started the second season of my talk show, which I changed the name from the Keeping It 100 show to the Catching Kamara show. So that I'm working on. I'm also in the process of finishing up the script for my new movie. So I do entertainment business. I used to manage artists back in Liberia. I managed Davero. I managed one other artist based here in America, but I'm not doing that anymore. My other business is the beauty and cosmetic business, where I make perfumes, lotion, other scented stuff, and I also sell beauty and cosmetic product. So I had a website where people will go on there, flychicks.com. My cosmetic line is called Fly Chicks, where I will put it on my website and people will go on there and buy stuff. So other than that, profession wise, career wise, I am a master's level clinician. I have a master's in social work, and currently I work as a child. I work as a family based therapist. So I work with family doing therapy. So that's pretty much it.
Okay, I know we're like talking, and the thing I missed was so too. I mean, I like to ask people this and so too. It seems so high quality. I don't know because based on the little time I see like following you wise and so too. I know it's like your last name was Williams and then changed to Kamara. With that being said, how what was the like the time frame as far like one of the last when you migrated to the states?
Oh, I came to America when I was 9 years old. So I was
Oh, okay.
pretty much raised in America. I went to elementary, middle school, high school, college. So I've been here, right? I came when I was 9, now I'm 33. So I've been here for 20 some more years. So I've been
26.
here. Yeah, so I've
Wow.
been here for a while. So I was raised here. And you said that's my maiden name Williams. So that's my father
Yeah.
last name. But I'm married. So I got my husband's
Oh,
last
okay.
name Kamara.
Okay. I kept thinking that I don't know why I was thinking in my head that you you probably came here I'd say like recent years because like one of the things I want to say is excuse me for that. It was like you're so Americanized, so I was thinking that you came here, you make the stride so fast as compared to other people that like with the accent and so too you can hear it. But for you, it was kind of a little bit different. So I thought it was
You
just a
know what?
recent.
That's funny because I actually think the opposite. I think I still here I am loving being Liberian. I think my colloquia is all on point because I'm a proud Liberian. Okay, I don't even try to I'd be proud to show my accent at work. Like I want for people to know that I'm from Liberia or I'm from a different country. So that's kind of different because I was one of those that didn't really like growing up in America. I wasn't one of those who hang out with like the blacks or the white. I was always with Liberians. So I don't know. That's funny to me because I just thought I was,
Oh,
organic Liberian.
yeah,
But
like I tell people too the same thing too. Like for me, I tell them I say I've been here since 1993. People I talk to in Africa and say no matter what you try to force your colloquia, we still know your accent. But
hmm
for you, like I can pick up a lot of other accent. Like what I say for you, that's why I was like, man, like she really because I was thinking that it was recent years. Like just say if most for some reason I'm thinking that maybe like 2009, 2010 she came to the state and she I didn't know you were here. You've been here for that long time. But that makes sense now, you know. So I kind of
yeah.
answer my question on that part.
hmm
But
And
yeah,
a
say what you
Basa
got.
woman there.
Yeah, I
All
can
right,
A
still
pass
Basa
speak.
over there.
I can still speak small Basa too.
a Basa woman, I don't play
Okay.
with fufu and paper soup business.
Look, look,
Oh,
look.
okay,
You
okay.
see this?
Oh,
You see on the
Okay.
benches, fufu investor. So the bill be supplying you
Yeah,
fufu.
I love,
all my friends know me about
I
my
love,
fufu business.
I love fufu, but I'm not
This is a
Basa man.
Basa
So
getting her fufu business. You can't play with it. So you already know my favorite food. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
so
yeah.
that's good, man.
I've been
That's
on your
good. All
page.
right,
I've
say
been on
you
your
ready?
page lately. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay.
Okay, so we will go into the interview and then have it done. But like we said from the beginning, it's not going to be like live. All right.
Mhm.
So we
Yeah.
are going to take our time to make it to be a kind of 100% good before it can go out there. And we will also like for you to like forward us maybe some photos or video of some of the things that you are going to talk about, so that when we are doing the editing, we can have those video or photo placed at the appropriate and or position where you will be discussing on them. Maybe if you're talking about your cosmetic business or your website, then we can have your website scrolling or show it on the how do you call it, the video and other things we're scrolling it so that people can actually see the look of the website. We talk about your cosmetic business, we have the photos of a or video of you kind of holding one or two of those items, we're giving it to someone in the form of selling your product. So
Yeah, you
it,
know that
we,
that like bro connection.
Mhm.
okay, like very like connection.
Absolutely. Mhm.
Belgium connection are disturbing you. So we want your video to be like 100%. When we say 100%, we made it. We want for it to ready for the viewer to really kind of absorb it. That whenever you are talking of anything, at least they should have that they should see a visual stuff and a representation of what you are actually seeing, that they will be able to absorb all of what you are kind of passing on to them. And so that would be it. So now, having said so, in order not
Also, let,
to,
let me add something on there too. Like,
yeah,
yeah, it's like as we all know, and so too is a platform where we're trying to educate people. It's not like we try to give out people secret out there. Some people don't like to share business information, whatever. So we'll probably like ask you some stuff when you use some term. I myself too, I'm still learning too, and so I'm not to the master level yet. I'm trying to work to the master level. So when you use some term, I'll probably want to for you to elaborate on that part and also to like share with our viewer like what you mean by certain things. So when we ask you, hey, can you explain this to us or explain it to the audience? We just want you to be able to. It's like a teaching point too, so they can understand that too. So just so give you a heads up going forward.
Yeah, absolutely.
okay, so we go right.
Yep.
Yeah, yeah, we good.
Okay, welcome to Library Business Channel Network. This is the platform where we discuss business idea and investment opportunities. I'm Francois Say. I'm the host of Library Business Channel Network shows, that is LBCN for short. And I have with me here my co-host, Ziadi Bajolo, aka the Fufu Investor. So, Mr. Bajolo, you can maybe introduce yourself, and then we'll proceed to our guest in order for her to introduce herself to us and that of the viewer out there.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Francois. As you know, man, it's been like pretty two busy days for me and stuff too. So I just kind of weave my way over here at Belgium. So I'm like, I'll say 45 minutes away from Brussels right now. So, but other than that, yeah, man, I'm trying to get used to the people food. They eat a lot of bread here. What I noticed and stuff too, a lot of bread. I gotta try to make sure I try to find my fufu and soup around here and stuff. But other than that, everything good. I see that we have a special guest in the house. Who the guest we actually have today?
Okay, so our guest is I think she will better introduce herself in order for me to not maybe kind of pronounce the name in opposite form. She's married, not forgetting to know that she has 100% right to the rightful pronunciation of her sacred name. So, our guest, you have the show. You can introduce yourself and tell her who you are, where you're from, so that we can know how to proceed, with the interview.
Absolutely. Thank you, gentlemen, for having me. By the way of introduction, my name is Catherine T. Kamara. The T, of course, stands for Toma because people always want to know what that T stands for. I am a mother, a wife. Been married for 2 years. Been with my husband for four. Uh, did I say Catching T. Williams?
100%.
No, you said
My
Kamara.
my
No, I think I
You
my
heard
said
my
Kamara.
camera.
divorce my divorce opinion. Y'all will have to cut that one, gentlemen. I'm
Okay.
still actually transitioning to
Okay.
this Kamara name. It been like
No, I
trying
know. I
to.
think. I think you get it right. You said Ati Camara.
Oh, I did. Okay, because
Yeah.
I'm telling you guys, transitioning to this Kamara, it haven't been easy because I'm still so used to Williams. But my name is Catherine Agenti Kamara, and I am a mother. I'm a wife. I'm also by profession. I am a social worker, a family-based therapist. I am a librarian, filmmaker, and producer, scriptwriter. Also, I have my own business known by Fly Chicks, which is my beauty and cosmetic line, where I manufacture perfumes, lotion, and sell other beauty supplies. So that's pretty much who I am.
All right. So thank you there
Well,
for the
welcome. Yeah,
brief.
welcome to the show.
Welcome.
Welcome to the
Welcome.
show.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, so man, like I so just I think I told you that before and stuff too. Just like this is off a script a little bit. Like I know we were supposed to do this show like I think like a week ago we were supposed to do it, and for some reason due to schedule and stuff too, I told myself like I wasn't gonna make it and stuff too because of the schedule. I was praying to God and stuff too for you to not do this show because I didn't want to miss it. I had a lot of questions and I'm
Yeah.
excited to actually like to actually meet you. You know, because I've been following a lot of your content. I really respect the thing that you do. You know, you show love for the country. You know, I really tell you thank you for that. But with that being the case and stuff too, like what like I know some of all we grew up we said we want to be a doctor or lawyer or all these things and stuff too, for they come to business, the entertainment industry. Was there somebody in your family that was doing entertainment that make you how you call it like drive you into that industry or
So
the entertainment the frame? Yeah.
I would say I took on a lot of my father's attributes. He wasn't really like a filmmaker, but my dad, he's a preacher. I'm also a preacher,
Hmm.
by the way. So I'm an ordained pastor in my father's church. So so I pick up on a lot of his characteristics and traits. He's a professional. He used to play soccer back home, and a lot of people know him. So he was into entertainment before he actually became a pastor. So a lot of what he do, I feel like that's kind of automatically in me. Like I pick up a lot on his trait. So yeah, my father, I would say I model after him a
Okay.
lot.
Okay, if you don't mind, what's your father name? Because I'm not too big into
Oh,
the
okay. So my
African
father's
culture.
name is Reverend Winston R. Williams Senior.
Okay.
So that's my father's name.
All right, sounds good. Go ahead, Sid.
You have the second question.
All
And
right.
then don't forget
So
anything that,
pretty much
uh-huh.
huh?
I said you have the second question. Don't forget. Don't forget.
Okay, yeah. So that's as far like project with all the things that going on because you in like so many things that you're doing, you know, right now and stuff too. What are some of your milestone achievement? I know we were talking in like behind the scene earlier. You list some stuff, but just for our audience to know, what are some of your milestone achievement that you actually can say when I look back, I'm proud of this. Some of the project that you've done in the past that you can tap yourself on the back and say you're proud of.
Well, the first thing I want to say, I'm proud of as a mother who practically, raising three children. I want to first say I'm proud of my academic achievements, which is, anybody who lives in America will tell you it's difficult pursuing your education. Never be, especially getting going higher and getting like a master's. So that's one thing I take a lot of pride in, which is my academic achievement. So I'm also right now still in school trying to become a certified marriage and family therapist. So that's the very first thing that I would say I'm proud of, and I live up to when it comes to my education, not just learning, but also teaching other people as well. So I really enjoy that. On the entertainment side, I would say that I have produced 5 to 6 films, which I have written and also acted in. They're all on my YouTube channel. You can go check them out. Also, I released my second season of my talk show, which is the Catcher Kamara show. Initially, I'm sorry guys, I had an incoming call. Initially, it was the Catcher Kamara show. Initially, it was the Keeping It 100 show. But now, this season is the Catchy Kamara show, which I just released the first episode. It will be releasing the second episode. So I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the films that I have written and produced. I'm proud to motivate myself again. Since my wedding, I left the scene for some while, came back. Just this month, I would say I came back with some new work. I'm proud of that. I'm proud when I launched my business back in 2018. I launched my business 2018-19, the Fly Chicks Cosmetics, where I produced the perfumes. I had different type of perfumes line, and I was able to sell out on my perfumes and most of the things that I had on my website. I was able to sell out on it, but because, like I explained to you, because of my busy schedule and having to do inventories and put them on the website, I wasn't consistent with that. So after I sold out on my first perfume line, I decided that then I met my husband. Then I was all focused on my love life. Now, I transitioned back to trying to get back into the scene with the entertainment business. So I could say pretty much I'm grateful to the Almighty God first, for giving me the strength to do all that I do. But I would say, these are my greatest achievement yet.
Okay.
Okay, so just a follow up question on that. You said perfume. Is there something for? Is there like a unisex, like a platform as far like you sell? Say, like for example, is it something like all like men or women can go ahead and shop on there, or it just particularly just focus on female?
So the website was because I stopped doing the
Yeah.
business for some time now. So the website is no longer active. When I do decide to
Okay.
get, employees and stuff like that, then I'm gonna, relaunch the business. But the website was flychicks.com, and no, it wasn't unisex. I was just selling strictly women beauty cosmetic stuff on there. The perfumes were organically made. I mix the scents and everything else to create my own scent. I sent about 100 to 150 samples around the country, United States, to my followers on Facebook so they can test out the perfume to see how they like it. And I would say since I've been doing entertainment, my business was the one that brought me the most passive income, where people were buying my stuff online, and actually I was actually getting some passive income from that. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so but like just I want to hit on that too. The material, I know you said organically. Is there something that you is there something from back like your backyard, or is something that you had to order from other places around to make it yourself? Do you have like a team of people making it? How did that process go? Like how
Okay, so
did
with
you
the
do that?
perfumes,
If you,
with the perfumes, I bought the scented oils from the store, and then the perfume base I bought them from like Amazon. So I mixed scented oil with the perfume base, dilute, and that's how I made my product. I usually buy the products from online. It wasn't nothing like, you know, from back home. It was stuff that I purchased in stores and online, and I went on YouTube and I learned how to make them myself.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow, they said it's at YouTube University where like everything happened. So
Yep. YouTube University taught me that. So, and for the beauty supplies, because I was selling not only perfume, but I was selling like lipsticks, makeup, lashes, other hair, and stuff like that. And those things I would order and put it on the website.
Mm. So, how really do you balance your creative work in the entertainment industry with that of the passion for crafting personal care product like the perfume or the those stuff that you said that you are involved in, like the lotion stuff?
Yeah, so I like to refer to myself as a jack of all trades, but mainly I'm trying to focus my attention on at least the thing that I'm most passionate about, and the thing I'm most passionate about is filmmaking. So as I stated, consistency and everything is very important. So I couldn't continue with the business because I was not consistent with the flat chick business. As far as filmmaking, I have been off and on, off and on. So it's just me trying to redirect myself and focus on, what's more important when it comes to my long term goal in gaining income. And I feel like filmmaking is that. So I have decided to really focus and give most of my attention to filmmaking.
Okay.
Mhm.
To add to that, like let me ask you a question for a younger Catherine that want to get into the filmmaking industry or the beauty, the how you call it, the being like the beautification or the salon, whatever industry it is. What do they need to do first? What's the first step for them to do for them to get to be a younger Catherine, how you call it, Catherine, especially the position in the
Okay, so with everything, I like to put God first. Seek Him first, and He will direct your path. So I would say a lot of prayers, and then of course you got to do the work. The Bible says, "Fit with all work is a dead fit." So the first thing I did to get a business, to establish a business, well, in America here, you can register for the business. You can get yourself an employee identification number. Okay, and excuse my kids. I hope you can hear them. Um,
right?
so first thing first, you will go to the government website, and then you will apply. You will apply for EIN, which is the employee identification number. Once the government assign that number to you, you now have an established business. It's free of charge to start a business here. So and every year you file taxes. So this if I don't get no money when I file my taxes, I report that I didn't get no money and how much I put into the business, and then they give me that money back, percentage of that money back. So that I felt like I lost because I didn't gain no money from the business. So the first thing would be to register your business online. Either is a sole proprietary, or if in not good English there, if I said it correctly, or if it's an LLC, a limited liability company. So my Divine Production Entertainment is a limited liability company, and then my Fly Chicks Beauty and Cosmetic is a soap proprietary.
Okay.
Okay.
Sid, this question is to you too, and so is that's how the same system? That's how the same. I know, like for the tax credit and all those things. I don't know if it pertaining to Liberia, but as far like if somebody want to register a business over there, what are like the step they have to take? Like, what's the first thing? If I want to register my company, what do I have to do over there? The first thing before we
Well,
go into the next.
the first thing here, as a Liberian, to register a
Yeah.
business is going to cost you like 2,000 Liberian dollars. Okay, it's not free. You pay in order for you to have the business registered. First, if the business name is kind of available, then you give that 2,000. That if it is a sole proprietorship. Okay, if it is a sole proprietorship business, then it's $2,000. But where you have it is not a sole proprietorship. It is a business that has to do with other partners coming in, like an incorporation. Then you people have to come in with an article of incorporation that needs to be how do you call it, that needs to be like legalized through by a lawyer or a law firm, and then it be forwarded to the Liberal Business Registry in order for them to see how the business is going to work, who is going to have a lot of voice in the business, who has the right to come back to do a document resolution that is changing someone on the business. All of those things are not free; it costs money. And here the government they having like two, I think, two system, that is the tax and paying of the tax out of, after every 3 months, okay, or after every 6 months, or after every 1 year. All right. So out of every 3 months, you have to go and present uh, your business transaction, how you've been running your business, and from there, the government is going to say, okay, look, this is the percentage that needs to be given as to the government for your tax clearance. Okay, so if you don't have a tax clearance, you cannot renew the document. All right, you cannot renew the document. So it is given to you after every year. You have to go for new business registration. So they do that in order for you to not like run your business illegally more than 1 year. So after 1 year, your business automatically become expired. The business name become expire. So you have to go back to like a business registry and tell them that, look, I want to kind of protect the name of my business. I want to pay and extend, okay, my registration fees. All right. So then I will tell you that, okay, go and bring your tax clearance. Where is your tax clearance? So they want to be 100 to 1 show that, okay, you did run the business and you did give what was to be given to the government. But the big difference between the American system and that of the Liberian system, the government don't come in and say, okay, my man, you invested 100,000 and you were not able to get profit. So saying you lost, my man, and that compensation. No, 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 no. The government don't do that. So you see, they will be the ones that expecting you to pay what you owe them before you can renew your business registration or your business document. So the how it runs here.
Sounds good. Sounds good. Sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. I think you made it clear. Both of you guys made it clear. And then I know so to the next question, you said we were talking, you said some of your skill, even like the introduction, you got it from your father. As far as like is there any of like the cosmetic side of things, is this thing that you had to go to school for and train yourself, or is it something that it was just like some people are naturally gifted and you just go ahead and do it? I know like for paperwork, say you have to do like certain thing, but the cosmetic thing and stuff to as far as like the film industry that you're in, is it like natural talent, or you have to go to all these what is it like go to like high, I call it what with the theater,
Art
the
school.
theater school and all those things, you have to do those things?
Yeah, so like I said, I'm really big on, academic development in anything that I do.
Yeah.
I like to understand and learn about it before I even start it. So with the acting thing, I started acting when like I was 16 years old. I took part in a lot of talent shows, plays and stuff like that. Um I was also part of when they started movie production here. I would go on set and, my just try to shadow other people that do the work. So growing up, that's how I did it. And then when I found out it was an art, like acting and filmmaking is actually an art that pays, I decided to go to school for it. So I took acting license from one of Philadelphia Acting Academy, and my mentor and CEO who owns that academy is actually a Hollywood actor. So he acts with, a lot of great actors and actresses before, and himself he already out there and stuff like that. So I have that opportunity, I have that gateway to actually go further in what I do. So I went to the acting school. As far as the beauty and cosmetics, like I stated earlier, I learned that from on YouTube. I just learned how to mix it and mix the scent and stuff like that. And people try it and they like the smell. So I just decided to go for it and just put it out there. I also got a license. Not a license, excuse me. I got insurance for it because if you sell products out there, especially if you're making it yourself, and if then something happened to someone, you'll be liable. So I had a liability insurance when I make the product, so that way I could protect myself in case somebody use my product, because I was also making hand lotion as well. And if something was to happen, irritate somebody's skin and stuff like that, so my insurance could pay for it if they try to sue me or anything like that. So I did have insurance for that, but I learned the BD thing strictly of YouTube. The acting thing is kind of like a gift, a talent, but then just to build up my skills, I did went to acting school.
Okay.
Okay. O-
So
Okay.
so
Like let me follow up. Let me ask a follow up question on that. I know this last question, the other question that came in mind for to touch on that. I know you touch on sole proprietorship and LLC that you have those things. Can you tell our audience what's like the difference between those two? Like why you have like both of them as far as like LLC and a sole proprietor?
So I don't really like. I just got the basic of what the differences are. I know like the sole
Mhm.
proprietary is solely owned by you, and you don't share no portion of it. You don't. Sometimes it depends on the amount of employee that you're gonna have, and then with the LLC and stuff like that, I'm not too clear on what the difference is. I forgot, but I read a little bit about it, but I know there's a slight difference between it. I just really sure on the sole proprietary aspect of it. The LLC,
Yeah.
I forgot exactly, like the factors around it, but I know there's a slight
Yeah, I think
difference.
yeah, I think from what I know too, like I said, like don't people don't I'm not like a legal
Hmm.
expert or person like that, but from what I know, they said the limited liability company is like I always think about it as being a lawsuit. That's a simple way I can put it and start to when you get sued, that way the person that's suing you or the lawyer that looking at the paper and said, what does Catherine own? If Catherine owned everything and it's in a sole proprietorship, they're coming for all those things. But if it's like a limited liability company, say for example, if she have like a film industry in or entertainment industry in one LLC and then the other one, they will say, okay, what Catherine own? Well, Catherine don't own anything because they think about it and so maybe Catherine work for the LLC as compared to her owning the LLC is different for her how you got it working for the LLC. So you can say, yeah, I work for Catherine Industry, but I don't own Catherine Industry. So
Hmm.
that's like the difference. And then too, like from the other thing to what I know too is like if you are like in the form of trying to go ahead and stuff to like the tax benefit a little bit different. So those are the slight like you said, it's slightly different. I concur with you. Those are some of the different, but people always gotta make sure that they know why they're getting the LSC for. Because for
Hmm.
example,
And
if I
thank
have
you, thank
I'm
you for sharing that because I wasn't like I said. And thank you for sharing that. I read a little bit on it, but because again, I'm not too
yeah,
invested into the business aspect of things. You know, I'm
yeah,
more on the investment side because I was told that investment, is the best way to make income. Okay, so I wasn't
yeah.
really, you know, like the business type of chick. So, thank you for clarifying that part. What it looks like to have an LLC and a sole proprietary.
Yeah, yeah, because a lot of time too, like a lot of time too, we all will say we want an LSC, but you got also got once again, I tell people do your own research because it's important for you to do your own research. Having an LSC and stuff too, you gotta be able to like why you getting an LSC. Like for example, I'm getting an LSC because I have $100,000. I bought this property for $100,000. I don't want to lose another $100,000 over here. If I lose something, that way I'm just losing on that property. But if you get a like $100,000 loan from the bank, you bought that property. There's no need for you to put like put in like a LLC because what it is and something that is like technically the bank own that property because you haven't paid the bank loan yet. So it's like a
Okay.
loan on that property. So if you trying to say, okay, I'm gonna put an LLC on the property on an LLC, you're just wasting your money because that property is like it's owned by the bank. You don't have like maybe just say like $50,000 equity inside for your protected because pretty much it's like it's an asset protection. But going forward, I'll say that go ahead to the next question.
so we see that you are kind of engaged in a lot of things, and it comes straight down to planning and time management. Okay, so and seeing the way in which you are kind of successful in every things that you put your hand in, it keeps being consistent, can be disciplined and focused. How do you actually go about, planning your times, and how do you actually go about the management of your time?
Okay, first I want to be grateful to God for the support that I have. You know, I do have my extended family, my grandparents, my sister, that I could just say, "Oh, I'm going on set today," and I drop them off. So I'm grateful for that. I've always had that support, the extended family support. Now, as far as time management, I do a what you call a time management chart. So I fill that chart in with what my day gonna look like, my first 8 hours of work, and then look at that chart to see what days I am free. Right now I'm free because I'm transitioning, like I was telling you, if I say her name correctly. How you say her name, Zadie?
They
Ziadi
call me Fufu
Bajolo.
investor.
Oh, okay. Like I was telling Fufu Investor, my time, the way I work around my time is pretty much my time management. So right now I'm free because I'm transitioning job. But I look at my time management chart to see I'm not always consistent with it, but I look at that and see what days I'm free to do my free time or my free things. That's what my time management looks like. I do a
Okay.
chart. I do an actual chart.
Okay, so there's a follow-up question just to clarify something. Do you plan your time before the day starts or before the week start? That is, today is Sunday. Do you take your chart and say, okay, on Wednesday, by so time, I need to be this place, I need to do this, I need to do X, Y, Z, or you once you get into the day itself, like you enter into Wednesday, before you take a sheet, okay, today, all right, I'll have to go to work and spend like 8 hours there after work. I have to go so area.
So
How
what
do you?
I do is make a time management chart for the entire month, except for like appointment schedule because I'm a mom as well. So appointment schedule for my children that I put on the calendar. But I make a chart on what my day to day routine looks like what I do every day. I wake up in the morning, I get my children ready. I work for a certain amount of hours. I'm home on Sunday morning. I go to church at a certain time. I'm home by a certain time, and then Sunday. Let's just say I start from the day that I wake up to the time that I go to bed. And then I put in, what it looks like from the time I wake up to I go to bed. So if I'm waking up at 9 a.m. every day, because I pretty much wake up around the same time every day because I'm a mom, my kids go to school, they gotta be in school. Unless I'm extremely exhausted, I put on there, catch will wake up at 9 a.m. in the morning. By 9:30, she's at work. She work up until 5 p.m. In the afternoon she home at 5, 6 we do dinner, 6, 7 I study, 8, 9 I get us ready for bed, 10 o'clock I do my assignments or anything else, 11 to maybe the time I go to bed, like my free time. So on my free time I'm doing whatever I want to do. On Saturday, I have free time to do whatever. So on Saturday, if I'm somebody that goes to the gym or as somebody that, go on set, I say, okay, my time is free. So on Saturday, I will go to the studio certain time. So I have a chart that just shows my day to day routine. Like I have a routine that I do every single day. So that's what my chart will look like. Anything outside of that is not planted, that is certain. I have to go and look. Like right now, if somebody say, are you available on Sunday at 3 o'clock? I can look at my time management chart and see where my free space is at and say, oh yeah, I'm available. Or oh no, I will be at church because it's already all on my daily routine. It's already on there.
All right. Before I can hand over to Ziadi, I will let you to like explain to the viewer the important, okay? Because Liberian, especially Liberia, all right. We here we don't really like know the importance of time management. All right. Whenever you call your eyes, I say, "Oh, you having time now to go so XYZ play will always say, especially when they call coming from America. Yeah, no problem. I really Nana. In fact, I'm going to the bus stop. Okay, so Can you just tell all the importance of managing one's time? What benefit can it add on one, like a life or sources or entrepreneur life?
Yeah. So absolutely, managing your time is very, very important, especially when you want to be productive. Managing your time somewhat kind of, because procrastination is the stealer of success. If you're somebody that sit around and wait, 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 you will never accomplish anything. So it's very important to have a structured set time. I mean, life uncertainty, it happens. We never know what's gonna happen, but it's very important to have a structured time, something that you can look at and say, okay, but it depends, culturally speaking, it depends on the environment that you live in. It depends on if you're a parent. Everybody time management looks different, but it's just important to have that just so you can produce more. You can be more productive. You can accomplish more. You can know the time to do self-care when you will take care of yourself. The time that you're free, that you can go hang out or do anything personal. So having time management is all about, being, I would say, being productive, producing more of what you want, reaching your goal. If your time is all over the place, it's not structured, then you will be confused. You'll be one person with like 3,000 heads, and you don't know what your day looks. You'll never accomplish anything because you're all over the place. So I feel like overall it's important to structure your time because you'll be more productive and accomplish more.
All right.
There's a famous quote. I don't know if it said it. I don't know. I think it's probably like Les Brown that said this. He said, "Don't how you call it confuse movement with progress. It
Yeah.
Yeah.
doesn't mean that you're going every direction. That means that you're actually achieving your goal. You're accomplishing something. So
Hmm.
sometimes too, like what you're saying, you're going in every direction. People think that when they look back, when they in bed, it's like, oh, what did I do today? You can't even check one thing off your list. That
Yeah.
means you just moved all the place here one time and you didn't do nothing. You know what I mean? So those
Mhm.
are some of the things I think like that's like the bad habit that some of us have too, that we decide to like sometimes we don't have those time management structure in place. We just
Mhm.
get up and plan our day according to what come on our plate, and that's like the bad thing. And especially if you don't plan your day, most people say, I would say about the immature adult, most of the time that's where you get in trouble because now you start hanging out with the wrong crowd, you go in the wrong place, whatever. But if you have a good time management structure in place, you can look at it. If your friend call you and be like, hey, can you have time for me 3 o'clock? Oh, I got this appointment, I gotta be there and stuff too. You can avoid some of those things from happening. But it's good how you add on that. So I just want to add my piece. But with that being said, right, I know a lot of people too went up to for us now. We're grateful to like for us to be for us to have the chance to live other places than like just say Liberia and Chateau. So some we have a lot of opportunity on our disposal. With that being the case and stuff, I know you tackling all these projects. You have the time to go to one of the best university and all those things. With that being the case, where like as far as your business scope go, where did you get your funding from? How did you finance your projects?
Well, I'm a strong believer of get the degree, get the income, and invest it. Like I said, this is why, I was told, because I did a lot of little things during my entry level, years. I learned a lot of little skills, and one of those were financial literacy, right? Where they taught us that as a business owner, you will have to still get up and go to work, but as an investor, you sleeping and your money is growing for you. So one thing, even though I know sometimes it can be risky, one thing I like to do is when I work and earn my money, I make sure, yeah, the bills is here and the bills are always going to be here, but I take a little bit of that money and put it and invest it into something that I know it will be growing for me. Like my filmmaking business. Filmmaking is for me, I feel like it's a great investment because to this day, I still have movies that are in stores, DVDs that are in stores where I can call and say, oh, did they purchase my movie today? I'm sleeping and my money working for me, right? I'm sleeping, my money working for me, and I can call and say, "Oh, did they purchase my movie today?" I could go to the store and pick up money and pick up cash, right? So for me, pretty much, like I earned the money. I go to work. I have a job, so
Oh,
I go to work and
okay.
I take my income and I invest them.
I got a follow up question for that. I know your answer, but I just want to see where you stand on this. What would you say those people that say they are self millionaire people? They're self millionaire. What would you say to them? Is there anything as self millionaire?
Like some millionaire, self made.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, self made millionaire. Yeah, is there
Okay.
one? Is there somebody you can actually say like for me now and so too? Then
Well, first of all, no man is an island. The richest people I believe in this country became rich off of credit. They took loans and they invested those money, you know, correctly, and other that they became who they are. So you cannot, nobody can really make themselves unless you have some type of inheritance or generational wealth, that would just in your late grandparents or parents will, and they decided to give it to you and you managing it, and you become a millionaire. But nevertheless, that came from your grandparents or your parents. So nobody can just get up unless they inherit some kind of money to become a billionaire or a millionaire. You have to work. The Bible says anything that you get easily, you lose it easily. But anything that you work for, it will last. Faith with all work is dead. You have to work by the sweat of your brow, so shall you eat. So I don't believe that, people can just become self made anything. God first, and you got to put in the work.
yeah, I see a lot of time. I mean, you make the point because, like you said, you can sit in your house here and sit and do everything you do. Like for example, if I want to do an internet or online business, I gotta get the software. If someone made that software, someone did this. So there's a lot of time, but I see that most of the time where I see the street or sometimes when I pick up a book, people say the title, "Oh, self-made millionaire." I went for this or that one and thing like that. I said there ain't no such thing as self-made. So here and there we debate on it here and there and stuff with few people. I just like to people
I
like
don't know. I
investor
don't know.
stuff.
Maybe
Always
just. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
go ahead, go
Okay.
ahead.
Yeah, I don't mean to cut you off. So maybe when people say self made, maybe they could be like self taught. I think like there's a difference between self taught and self made. Okay. Self taught is like, for example, my beauty and cosmetic business. I taught myself how to do that. I didn't go to school. Nobody taught me how to make the perfumes and the makeup and stuff like that. I went on YouTube and of course like I learned it myself from somebody, but I taught myself pretty much. Like nobody had to pretty much practically show me how to do it. So when people say self-made, maybe it could be like, they didn't put a lot of money. I'm just, giving my own definition. Maybe they didn't put a lot of money or investment, because I could go to a beauty and cosmetic school and learn how to make makeup and beauty supplies, and it could cost me thousands and thousands of dollars. But if I go right
Yeah.
on YouTube and learn how to make it and sell my product and still get profit or income from in it, I just pretty much taught myself a skill where I didn't have to put money inside before getting money out.
Okay. So you said, just so I know, I can clarify with a viewer. You said, as far like the funding wise, it's education. You got to get the education side first,
Yeah.
then the
Yeah.
funding will come later.
Yeah.
So with that
But
being the case,
also,
I'll play devil advocate. What about those people that say, okay, I don't have the money for the education. Where do I start from? What would you tell them?
well, it's different. Okay, it's different for everyone. For me, it's my education that I use the money and invest. But there are a lot of other opportunities out there. You can get grants, especially in America. You can get grants if you own nonprofit organization. They got different grants every year. The government give out a lot of free money, but this is where the unity come in, and where no man is an island. You have to find somebody that knows how to write a grant proposal, right? So when you want to establish an organization and you find somebody that able to really write, because everybody can do everything. There are some people who are more skilled than you in certain areas. So you find a good writer, You put together your, you do your strategic planning for your organization, and you have that person to do a grant proposal for you, and you send it. You apply for the grant. They look at that grant and they can approve you. So a lot of nonprofit organization, or even, well, mostly nonprofit organization, us the working sectors around here, a lot of them get grants. They get money from the government. The government got money to give to these people who want to start businesses. They got business loan in America here. If you work your credit, America is built on credit. A lot of what people have here is the American man say, here, take it, and you work and you pay back in time. If you finish paying for it, I'll give you more. You pay for it, yeah, I give you more. So it's just about understanding, like being financially literate and honest money management, and you can be successful and live a real decent financial free life in America, as long as you're like responsible, mature, and understand money management. But the money is here, and if you are creative again, because the issue is, especially my husband lives in Liberia, so I've been to Liberia a lot of time. So what I noticed in Liberia is, yeah, the money is not there, but also for some people there's a lack of innovation and creativity, because there are lots of room in Liberia, lots of space to be creative, but then again, the money is not there. So this is where the collaboration come in. This is where the trust come in. That okay, I have this idea. I don't know if you ever came across some video with a man who inboxed a white man on Facebook, and he was taking pictures of
Yeah,
things, and he had a book. I don't know if you saw that story. And the man didn't
yeah,
believe him at
yeah.
first. The man thought he was trying to scam him. And then the man said, okay, he started taking pictures and he would send it to the man. The man would send him money until the man traveled back to Liberia and met him, and they started doing business together, and they made a lot of money out of that. So I feel like, yeah, if you're based in Liberia and you're creative, you're innovative, you got ideas, you gotta create. The America got the opportunity. Liberia, you gotta create it. Don't sit around and wait for somebody to teach you how to, especially in the advanced media world now. Don't sit around, learn some skill that you could create something for yourself, and then collaborate with somebody. Trust someone, and you work together. That's how I would say, for those who don't have the income, they have to first have the idea and the innovation to start something. If you are fortunate like
Yeah.
myself, and you went to school and you can get a job, I don't honestly don't like working, but I have a dream, I have a vision, so I know nobody really gonna fund this. So I have to work and invest into what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. The same question posed to you says that the same process in Liberia too. I know they have a lot of NGO company and things over there too. Is that like, can I write like a grant proposal for something? Do we have, what do I, like somebody, let's just say in Liberia over there want to start a business, or like a thing for a certain thing? Is this something? Is this the same process they can go to the government and ask for assistance? It will be feasible for them to do it.
Well, it is actually here, but what the government normally do is that there are other NGOs that are here that kind of like in the front view of those things. So, seeing that the government don't actually like that would just put it this way, don't trust the citizen that they can produce result. They are not consistent. Some of them they will just create the document, say, oh, I want to do this, I want to have an NGO to do XYZ. And once they give them the money and then they just leave. So sometimes the government end up passing through other NGO, okay, other bigger NGOs. All right. So they are the one that are going to like carry on the announcement, and then those little NGOs that are in the country will be the one that to write their proposal and then have it submitted to those bigger NGO in order for them to be at least kind of for their proposal to be approved. But for an NGO for that matter owned by a Liberian to just go to the government directly and say, okay, this is my project, this is what I have. It's very challenging. It's very challenging. The area, the sector that is very common is the agriculture sector. Okay, that is the sector that is very common. But just having like a charity organization or organization that kind of fighting, like violence, drugs abuse, the government don't like directly deal with them. So there are other bigger NGO that around that comes to them when it comes to financing, when it comes to aid, and when it comes to even the giving out grant. Like there, for instance, there is a institution here we call BRAC. Okay, and what I learned, they are somehow protected by the government, and also that is the World Bank. All right, instead of them like entrusting Liberian directly with the fund or maybe with grant, they end up passing through those people. Okay, and then ask them to find people that they trust, Liberian that they trust, that are into activity, that having ready action on the field, and have the money given to them. And some of them, their process is very kind of challenging to the extent that if you are not disciplined, if you don't know what you need to do, you cannot even say pass the first phase before talking about the second phase or the third phase. You know that bro man like to just getting easy. So when you make it difficult for him, the man will move on there and go look for the other one that very easy to deal with. All right. Uh,
Yeah.
Brack had a very tough competition just quite recently for the solar energy sector. They were planning on giving a grant up to like, I think 500,000. All right, but it was so competitive. It was so difficult to apply for to the extent from just imagine more than 100 applicants, and it ended up dropping like less than 10. So you seeing it. So these things are there, but the government don't like deal directly with the citizen because they know that the citizen, they don't put in a lot of effort, a lot of energy. They are not like disciplined enough to carry on tax that is given to them from the government. So I know there's all that government thing. Let me go and do what I'm supposed to do. All right. It also come with the loan issue. Like for the state, you can able to have a good credit score, and have money given to you like in a week or in a month from the government. But for here in Liberia, the government don't do that directly. The government will give the money to the private banks, and then leave it with the private bank not to give it to whosoever they want to give it to, but they need their money back. All right. So the private bank now will kind of tell John say, okay, we'll give you the money. Okay, this your land deed, this XYZ. They take your collateral from you. This is why the government controls who should be given a loan by a bank, who shouldn't be given a loan by a bank. So the government is the one that approves it from central bank, because once you apply for a loan, the bank will take the document and carry it to central bank and say, oh, Ziadi came to us, or he requested for a loan 10,000 United States dollars, 100,000, 300,000, and here are Ziadi collaterals. So the government will look at it and say, oh no, the money is too much for the man. In fact, I don't give him money. Or in fact, they man he wants to take money from so bank, and we're still having a record here that he's not yet clear with that bank. So don't give them money. He don't manage his fund, or he don't have any record of managing money or X, Y, Z. So they become afraid for the private bank to give you that money. Because if the private bank give the money, because they confirm, they approve, it wasn't the private bank that just wait and say, okay, we're giving the money. So if the citizen fails to pay, it's the government that take the responsibility, because they approve of the loan that should be given. But
Mm.
then the private bank, they will benefit by seizing your collateral. And there are a lot of stuff that goes behind the scene. That is, sometimes if the private bank sees your collateral, the private bank they will not tell the government that, oh, they found Ziadi. Sometimes they will just say, oh, well, check for Ziadi. Oh, we not see Ziadi. Oh. Like you don't want someone to give Ziadi the money, and Ziadi is nowhere to be found. So it's in it. So whether the private bank benefit from you, because this is what someone once told me, somebody from the banking sector. They said that the private bank are always kind of praying for the how they call it, say
Citizens.
the person that loan, the person that requests for the money to fail in paying their loan. They are so much interested in the collateral than you paying by the loan.
That's
Because if
true.
you pay by the if you pay by the loan, they won't benefit compared to you
When
not
you get
paying
the
by the loan.
collaterals. Yeah.
Exactly. So that they can't communicate any the information, or kind of, they can't able to communicate with the government and say, oh, they didn't fail to pay the loan where you are paying the loan. But if you fail to pay the loan and they able to get rid of your collateral, then where then they benefit. This how the private banks are getting more money. This how they are getting more richer. Like I don't, I think it will not be right for me to mention name of a bank here, but there are some banks that started very small with the micro loan stuff, but the collateral is the one that really push them, seizing people collateral, seizing people property, and
And
resell
selling it.
the
Yeah.
usher the and once the usher they will not gonna say, oh my man, okay, that 10,000 will give you, and we're taking our 10,000. Oh no, everything is for them.
But just
So
to add on to what you're saying, that system is also here. You know,
okay,
where if you leave, let's just say for example, you want to buy certain things, you can put, if you already pay for your house and stuff like that, or you already pay on your card, they could do the, like you're saying, the collateral loans, where if you don't pay the bank back, they come and close your house and resell your house, or they repo your car. If you get a car, it's on the loan, and you don't pay off that loan, they can come and you'll be sleeping. You'll be sleeping in there. You'll not know how they torture and took your car from in front of your house. They will take the property back that they loan to you. And their system also like that. American owned, we all got social security numbers, so our name is in a database. So if you take loans and you're not paying back on these loans, you take cars or a house and you're not paying on these things, it makes your credit score to be very low, and like
yeah,
that you're not able to take loan from any bank. You're not able, some people you can go to like private lenders and stuff like that, where the lender will negotiate with you and give it to you directly. But it's really about building trust and having that financial literacy, because they do have those kind of that kind of system here as well, where they will take your property. Well, it's not technically your property, because if somebody give you a loan and you're still paying on that stuff, they can take it back anytime when you default on that loan. Or if you put up your house or your car or something as a collateral, and you don't pay back, then they would take that house from you. So they do have that system here as well.
okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys like I mean it's 100% true. The only slight difference I will add to that is I know y'all said, I mean in Liberia the industry is there to keep the collateral, but I know in the states here it's kind of a little bit different. They will take the collateral, but at the same time too, there's not that they don't make money for storing your things, like things like that. So
Like
the only
if
good
they
thing is like what you were saying earlier, it
hmm
gave you tax benefits. So if your stuff is like, I don't know, like 5,000, and then you owe the bank $6,000, they sell it the other $1,000 left. That bank can write off that taxes and say it's like a bad debt on their book, and then they can build a benefit off of that. Then the
yeah.
credit, I don't know, the credit bureau, all those people that they sell your stuff to, they don't want to be harassing you, all that stuff. But most bank, they don't
hmm
want to. They want that interest. That's why, like the house part, you pay the
hmm
interest up front, so they can get that money. Make sure they get that money before you start putting more money to the principal,
yeah.
because they want to make sure they get
Exactly.
up front.
Yeah. Yep. That's
That's how
true.
they do it.
They
But
definitely will
but
sell it and give
let's
you
get to the
the
next question before we let you
hmm
go. Like I know a lot of time people ask me this question for like Ziadi, I don't know where to start from. I want to do this business. I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to do that, but I'm confused. Can you be my mentor and stuff too, or can you like stuff like that? People always like, do you encourage? Like, first of all, do you have a mentor? And the second thing is, do you encourage somebody if they're starting like in your industry to get a mentor first, work on them, see how things go all instead to just do you recommend they just dive right into it? You know, sometimes people be like, hey, when you when you fall down, you get scraped, you can have it's like an experience, you can get back up and do that. What do you think? You think you encourage people to get a mentor or just dive into the industry?
Well, first, I don't encourage no one to dive into anything, and just one of my main thing again is, building your knowledge and understanding anything before you want to do it. So if it mean picking up a book to read, if it mean going on YouTube, if it mean going to networking events, anywhere you can get some knowledge and resources, you should get it first. You should have the idea and at least the basic on how to do it. Then you can, I can say, if you want to, if you find a mentor in the process, you can find somebody to mentor you. But I will always say, like, learn about the art, learn about what you want to do. Don't just get up and be like, oh, I'm a fashion designer, and yeah, because you got a skill, you can sew clothes. But over here, you want to be a fashion designer, and not everybody will have to. This is why I said technology. I made it so easy for people to learn a lot of things. You get some data, you put it in your phone, you pay your phone bill here, you go on YouTube and you learn about what you want to do. Get a book, read a book about what you want to do. Don't just get up and be one morning you get up and be like, oh, I can do this. This is what made more people, some people more advanced on certain things because you can see, it's not. I like to say like our society, our community, where there's a lot of mediocrity going on, where they actually think that they're making it and they're doing something, but it's watered down because they don't really know like the art of it. But because they love the bandwagon, they jump on it and they say, "Oh, I'm gonna do it." Like for me, I'm really not focused on like the perfumes, the makeup, and the cosmetic and stuff like that because that's like that business aspect. I have to really, really learn business. I really have to. I know the basic, but if I was really paying attention to that, that's why for the filmmaking school, I decided I'm gonna go to acting school. I'm gonna learn about the different type of cameras. I'm gonna learn the different lenses. I'm gonna learn about script writing. I took a master script writing class. I'm gonna learn the art of this. So the Bible says study to show yourself approved. So I can just be out here doing it because I'm able to do it. So I would say if you want to start anything, take some time, network, join groups, find resources, read a book, watch a video, ask some questions, do some assessments, do some research, you know, literature review before you implement anything. Do something, somebody called me recently and like, people always catching, can you join? Because they see like how that when you start something you get actually get it done. Can you join this organization in this program? Right? And this person haven't done any type of strategic planning, okay, when it comes to this organization. They haven't put no work into it yet. They don't even know, like, the informal and formalness of things. They just want to do it because they want to start something. It's great. You want to start something, but at least if you want whatever you want to start, if you want it to be successful, like Francis with Franco was saying, right? It gotta be
Francois.
okay, Francois. Okay, it gotta
Yeah.
be, there's cost effectiveness. It gotta be cost effective. Like you gotta see, that this thing gonna produce some type of results, right? It's not just gonna be like one of those things that you started and it fell by the wayside. So make sure you are doing the research. Make sure you are evaluated if it worked before for other people. Make sure like who your targeted population is, like, and all of these things will require you to learn about them or ask questions or network. You cannot get up and say, oh, I'm a filmmaker, I want to make movies, and then you just get up because you're able to find somebody to write you a script and you say you're making movies. No, that's not how it works. So I would highly encourage people, you don't have to go to university. You don't have to go to a vocational school. You just have to be able to pick up your phone, you get data, you go to Google, you read. You go to YouTube and you watch videos. And the thing in our community is we afraid to ask questions. You know, you see somebody that's their area, you're really good at what they do, but you don't you want to people want to be so ahead of other people in what they do. That's not my area. I can't come in and tell a doctor how to be a doctor. I'm a social worker. That's what I know how to be. So this is where one of our core values when it comes to the social work profession is you should have the scope of competence to do what you're supposed to do. And if you don't have that scope, you should refer out. You should send that person to somebody who know and understand how to do it. Why? Because it could if you make a mistake, if you're giving wrong information out there to people, if you if you're not telling people the right thing, it could be detrimental to them. You could actually be hurting your clients and misleading your clients rather than really helping them. So if your scope, if it's not what you know, if it's not your area, don't force yourself in it. Go learn about it. And it takes work. It takes time. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you said it like so right. They are a lot of time like for me too. I was brought up into a house where I had my I call my godmother. She called herself business lady, But the thing is, it seems like and it started with like all the shipping container to Liberia and things like that. And I used to tell her like every time it seems like she's shaping something else. But that just her alone is most people in Liberia, they jumping into other stuff now, instead of them giving the time, like you said, take your time, do your research, understand the business concept, like where you dive in I mean, are you putting yourself into before you dive into those like those businesses. But people just do like for like do that like if you ask them for a basic plan, they want to come and debate with you. So I'm like, first of all, if you need money from me, I'm asking you for you to do a business or short plan. I'm not saying that, but tell me what you trying to do. But people don't want to do that. So I'm like, if that's like me trying to give you money, then you lose the money. Like I don't care if you're my father. I don't care if you're my godmother. I don't care if you're my best friend. But the thing about it, tell me what you want to do with it. Put it on paper so that way tomorrow when I audit you, I can say, hey, like on this day last year, how much you made. You can be able to tell me. I get it. Not everyone of us like fundamentally sign for education wise, but tell me like the basic thing that you want to do and stuff too. You can sit there and do it. But most
Yeah.
people are like, oh yeah, like them to do a plan and shit to whatever. I say, but that's not that's the reason why a lot of business fail. But you're two and shit too. By the time I call you, you say you're doing a salon business. Next week I call you, you're doing a gas station. Which one is it? Some people right I see them, they'll be packing a bunch of mattresses, shipping it back home. The next time they go is a tire. It's like I'm like, dude, like, oh, is it like the tire business going in like Bureau 9 and stuff too? Or like I said, no, like just stay with the thing and stuff to do your research, Like if you want to ship car, how much people in Liberia can drive? How much people in Liberia that have a license? All those things that you gotta calculate those things. And is it when you answer those questions, then you understand. But people don't do that. But for me personally, to ask to answer just to pull tip with a question and stuff to it, it's like I recommend people get like a mentor, whatever, or somebody that you look up to that you can at least maybe you can shadow them. Like say if like for example like people are watching the content, I'll tell them say like the film industry or whatever. Like for example, if I want to do an online business, I'll reach out to you. I'll be like, hey, how did you get started? How do you do that? I'm not expecting you to do the work for me, but most times that's what people expect you to do. They expect you for you to get in funny. They expect you for you to like get on some things done. I say that's not how it works. Ask how you call it, Sister Catherine. Hey, this is what I'm trying to do and stuff. How can you help me? What do I need to do and stuff to become successful? Shout Sister Catherine around. Let her share some of the things to you. She might recommend a book to read to you and stuff to whatsoever. That we all don't want to like certain things. We don't want to get like motivated to do things. We want to get motivated like for a few time, and then at the time like I said, when that passion start dying down, then we say, oh, the other business, but forget it. So I'm sorry to go on a temper tantrum, but I think those are some of the things that
No, no,
I
no.
goes on. I see
Yeah,
a lot of time
and
in Liberia, people
I don't know if you know about cost analysts, cost benefit analysts, and cost benefits. Like, people work for their money, and they don't want to just give the money out there. Even the government here, before these people can give you $10, the paperwork, the proposal, if you're writing a business proposal, like, it got to make sense, because they want to know that my money that I give into you, are you gonna be able to produce my money back? The equipment, the resources that I'm giving to you, is it gonna be beneficial to the people that I'm giving it to? So, I mean, if you are passionate about really starting a business, you have to be consistent, because consistency is gonna be, everything. Because people are looking at, nobody gonna can't invest money into you, even if they give you in America. Yeah, you want investing, they got all kind of app. Even you can start investment from $20. Nobody want to put money in it, and they're not gonna get anything out, because why? You changing ideas every second, what you want to do and what you don't want to do. I don't feel like doing this one today. Somebody now put $5,000 into a business. You eat half of the 5,000, and the rest, then you won't start a business. If it don't work, you leave it on the roadside. Then you say, "Oh, I started a new one." That's not how it works. So, yeah, I
Okay.
yeah.
definitely agree.
Yep, that's what it is, man. That's how it is. That's definitely that's how people do it. And it's kind of like fortune. That's why I tell people, like you said it earlier. Some of us we have like the access to funding, but sometimes too in Liberia, people if you have creative people over there, if like because sometimes business too is not about like me having the funding or everybody bringing funding. You might have the time, I might have the fund, you might have like the skill set. We all can come together when you talk about collaboration to one of the things that we are talking about earlier. You pull those things together and try to do that. But instead, you the person that bringing the funding to the table and stuff to, like you said, the $5,000, somebody go ahead and misuse it. Then later on, they just put the blame on, oh, the business not going good. It discouraged us. Now we in the state here, like you said, your credit is ruined. Like no bank trusts you. You can't even we can't put anything on the table for your E and stuff too, because it's like no other things there and stuff too that people want to look at you and stuff too. But the man in Liberia, all other places in the states here, it just all freedom. That you can't do anything. So those are the things sometimes discourage us and stuff. I think that if people want to be like savvy and like people like I talk to a lot of people that around the world that want to come and just do business in Liberia or other places, but I think they say that we don't trust people. People is this, people is that. So it's just kind of sad when I see those things sometimes. Like we're so bright and talented, like, especially like the Liberian community. But if we can come together and just put our ego aside and try to work hard, we'll make it like we'll go a far way down the road.
Yeah, I like
So
that.
yeah, we got.
I like that you brought that up, because when it comes to strategic planning and board members, yeah, I mean, I don't have the finance, but exactly what you stated. I have the resources, I have the skills, I have the network, I have to connect. And if we come together, we bring all of that together. We can make something great. One person may not have the money, you may not have the money, but you could definitely have the network, and you could have the resources. And it's sad because our people don't look at it that way. We got to crap in the bucket mentality. If I feel like you got the skills and the idea, then I have to break you down to, to cross over on you. No, what do you have to bring to the table? That's the question I've been going around. If you have something, like for example, as a filmmaker, yes, I'm able to write movie scripts, but I'm not able to hold the camera. I'm not able to do the DOP work. So I have to look for somebody on my team who can do the DOP work. I'm also the actress, but if I don't know how to do set designs, then let me work with somebody who do a set design. Then we all come together and we build something together. So I like that you brought that up. That's very important.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
So
So,
yeah, what you got?
yeah. Uh, are you on a firm kind of open to a partnership for your projects? That is your filmmaking project, or even that of the cosmetic business. Maybe somebody watching, they say, "Oh, this is a very brilliant idea. Let me see whether she's kind of waiting for me to join her and become a team, and so that we can able to expand her industry." Are you in the form open to that?
Yeah, so that's a question I get all the time. People wants to work with me, especially people that are based in Liberia. I like to what they say your expectation. How they saying it back when
Yeah.
Liberia something about say your expectation or something, know your expectation or something like that. They've been saying lately in Liberia.
Okay. Okay.
No, I
I
was
can't
saying
really get.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
lower
can't
your
really get. Yeah.
expectation.
yeah. Where is
Yeah.
how it goes?
Lower your expectation.
Uh-huh. You know what I'm saying? So,
It said
for
lower.
me,
Yeah, lower your expectation. Don't set it too high.
oh, okay, okay. I thought it was know your expectation, like what you getting yourself into. So, like for me, when it comes to goal setting and the filmmaking and collaborating with other people, right now I'm working with a videographer. Okay, and I also like got people that I can collaborate with. But as far as getting a team like of actors and actresses, I tried that before, but again it wasn't consistent because I do a lot as a mom and something like that, and I was in school at that time. But now I am open. I'm open to collaborating. If you want to do films, I'm open to. If you want to work on my team, like I have a PR that based in Liberia, so he do promotion of my work and stuff like that. I have a DOP that willing to work with me, so he bring the camera, I bring my skill and my talent, and then we talk about business aspect, financial portion of how things would look. So that's what I have right now. As far as I don't know if there's anything else I need right now. I have places where I can America here, like they got a website where if I want locations and places to shoot, it's available. I can just book those places and go there and shoot. So yeah.
Okay. And
So
my
one
next.
last question before we close. Before we
Okay.
close, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Yeah,
ahead,
yeah.
Francois.
So my next question will be, what do you have to tell other Liberians out there that kind of afraid or kind of reluctant to come back home and invest in the economy? Which sort of word of encouragement, which advice do you have to give them?
Yeah. So I kind of talked about a little bit about that on one of my life before, where the trust come in and the lack of trust. Um, and I talked about how to build trust. And how to build trust is consistency. If you tell somebody that you're gonna do something, do it, have your receipt and show it. Because there's a low trust level when it comes to us Liberians and the diasporas and Liberian based in Liberia, right? The trust is really not there for some people. People have been scammed. Okay. So people not trusting each other like they're supposed to. So just try to find somebody to trust them, and if you are the person that they're trusting, be consistent. Okay, if you come to me and say, okay, Catherine, I want to start a business. Okay, if I'm asking you for business receipt, send it. Every time I ask for it, send it. That way it build that way we can build trust among between us, and it will give me the confidence to continue to do what we're working on. Vice versa, like you gotta trust me as well. I shouldn't start something and you say you will send me the money to start it, then I start it and then you can't send me no money. Then I have
Yeah.
to stop halfway. So it's vice versa, right? So I would say, trust. Let's work on our trust. Let's work on our integrity, because that's very important. Like when people you know want you to do something or support with something or start something, just be honest with that person, and integrity can get you a long long way in life. So that's what I would encourage. Let's learn how to trust each other and be honest by being consistent, and by our words matching our action. Don't say I put it black down and you put no black there. Put it black down, send the picture, go to the site, do video call and say, look, the black is down. I mean, even if the person trusts that you do it, do it. and be consistent. If I send you money, like I know one time I sent like some money back home because it was during COVID and I wanted to provide food for my community, and I trusted somebody when they went and bought the bag of rice, all the rice, they sent me my receipt. I say here they took picture, let it rise here. I saw it. So like that, I was like, yes, if I want to do more things for my community, I know who to reach out to. I can trust this person. They did what they did and they sent me my receipt. So I feel like our trust level is a huge issue, and integrity is huge because our country, the poverty rate is very high, and people, I always tell my husband it's not about that little that you get, you just eat it, and then the next day you're looking for a little again to eat it. No, you have to be very, very smart on these things. Like if that little you get, you take some, you put it aside, you eat this one. Tomorrow at least you know where you're heading. So let's work on our trust. Let's work on our integrity. So that way we can work together to accomplish things.
And
Okay.
you said it, and I think it's important. That's why I said like it's not about the amount; it's about like you said the relationship, the trust factor in there. For me, my preference, what I like to do, I shouldn't be the one asking you for information. You should be the one always transparent, always ahead of your game. So that way for me, if I ask you those things you because you come and try to like if you tell me say hey I'm gonna go to the land tomorrow and do X Y and Z tomorrow come I don't get no feedback from you then I had to ask you that question that means that whatever answer you give me back then I will like for me I would say I don't believe it because if you went there you will come back do a report on me and say hey this is why I went there this is what it if it's like receipt that's why I say even if it's like for a specific purpose because you can look at somebody and personally give them X amount of dollar. The same thing you can look at that person and give them X amount of less of what it is. But a particular purpose that you give it to them for, if they do what they gotta do, they gotta send the receipt. And most time that's what I feel most of our people in Liberia. Because some people will sit there. I hear some of the time people talking, hey, but I 10 out of business and something that man give me and stuff that man send me and shit to or whatever they point about it and stuff to this. So you're supposed to do X, Y, and Z, or you're supposed to give it to this person, and you never did that. That's the whole point about it. The same way the men look at you and give you $100 for you to do X, Y, and Z. Why don't you can't build the same relationship and give that $10 you're supposed to deliver to somebody, or give that
Yeah,
person a receipt and be like, hey,
yeah,
that's what the president wants because at time it will come out of our head and stuff too. Like I tell people all the time, the year said no, we have this thing we call charity all the time. Hey, what it is, you can write those things off. But sometimes if I'm not accounting for those things here, there's no check and balance. I cannot do my taxes. I cannot do anything. But if I tell you to do something, you're not doing it the right way, then how am I gonna like trust you to do that? And I think that's the one thing and stuff too. I think we Liberians we need to stop doing. It's about like when people abroad tell you to do stuff, this is the exact thing that person tell you to do. I mean, it means a lot to me because sometimes when I talk to these people always say, "Hey, I can't trust the people that are over there. I want to do this stuff. I gotta wait till I do it," and it's so sad. It's
yeah.
so sad because that's one of the
Mhm.
things. But one more question before we close up. I know it's like you've been having a great time, a great career, and all that stuff. That what are some of the challenges like in the business world does Catherine Kamara faces sometimes that sometimes too like people don't see we the business people sometimes faces.
Yeah, it could be. One of my challenges is hold on one second, okay?
Okay.
That's exactly one of my challenges. Me having to be in an interview and put my phone on mute to redirect people. Um, yeah. So being a mom has always, I would say, I love being a mother, but that's one of my biggest. I'm in an interview. That's one of my biggest challenge because my kids they're very young, like little, and I can't, I'm gonna get them into it when they reach a certain age. Joshua, close the door, please. I'm gonna get them, into it when they reach a certain age. But for now, it's really me like making ensuring my children needs are met and safe before I go ahead and do the things that I want to do. Yeah.
Okay.
So that being,
Sounds
one
good.
of my talent being a parent. Another one I could say is because I'm technically I'm not single, but technically I kind of am sort of because my husband lives in Liberia. So I don't really got that spouse support to say, oh, let me go do this. You watch the kids, or you stay home, or we don't have. I don't have that yet. Hopefully soon, but I don't have that yet. So that's another challenge for me. You know, but overall, I would say being a mother and trying to juggle my dreams and my goals, and in this business, it's not easy to get your foot in the door. One time, somebody from Liberia asked me, "Oh, but you based in America? How come you're not in Hollywood yet?" And daddy, and I'm like, and I said to myself, my mentor is a Hollywood actor. He acting in Hollywood and got Hollywood films out there. Okay, but that's not how it works. There's process to these things. It's not like, oh, who know who, and you come and I put you on and then you get an opportunity like that. No. Yeah, America here, they got system and it require work. If you don't have the credentials, they're not gonna give it to you. Yeah, sometimes it's good to know people, but you have to be able to get your foot in the door, you know. Um and consistency. So like for example, I've had so many opportunities to fly out of here and go for auditions, out of state for TV shows where I could have been on mainstream media by now. But I come from work 9 to 5, and then I have to be a mother. So who's gonna leave their kids and jump up and book a flight, and they gotta go to school to go do audition all the way in California? So there have been opportunity I miss out because being a mother is more of a priority to me than this.
Okay.
All right.
So it was so great
That's why you want
having
to
you.
close out the segment.
Yeah, yeah. So it was really great having her. So you having the platform not to say anything on your mind, like you can advise anyone, you can advise the audience on anything, you can also say anything that is on your mind you want to share with the audience. You have the flow. You can also talk about your page, how they can get to you. If you want to share your contact number, your email, or your YouTube channel name, your Facebook name, your Instagram, all those social media platforms that you have, and then you can just kind of instruct them. Uh, so in that now you will send us those things later on, and then we have a place to the identical portion that you are about to kind of talk of. So if you're talking about your Facebook page, we'll just get your Facebook page and a link, and also maybe the page, how the page looks, so that when they try to search on it, they don't get confused going on another page and say, well, we thought that is Catherine page, but she said that her page is XYZ and we are seeing other things there. So, okay, you can go ahead now.
Okay, well, first I want to tell you guys, gentlemen, thank you for having me. I appreciate the time for us to actually come back and do this. So yeah, thank you for having me. To everyone listening out there, put God first. Anything you want to do, and He will see you to success. Like I stated, have integrity, trust, and be disciplined, and God will lead you in the right path. Connect with the right people, um, and you will eventually manage your time well, and eventually you will get it done. Okay, so my Facebook page is Catching T Kamara. You can type that in on Facebook. I have three Facebook pages: Catching T Kamara, Catching Kamara, and another Catching Kamara. So I have all those pages for business purposes. But my most active page, if you're on that page, that's where you get some insight on my personal life. Is the Catching T Kamara. Okay, so you can go on there and follow me. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Instagram as Catching T Kamara. No, not lie. I'm on Instagram as Catching T Williams. You can find me on there. On TikTok, you can follow me as Catching Kamara on TikTok. On my YouTube, okay, my YouTube is Divine Production. So you can find Divine Production on there. If you type in one of my movies, if you go on my Facebook page, I usually post on all. If it comes to entertainment, I post on all three of my Facebook pages, and I did it like that to build my fan base. So when you go on there, you can click the link on my Facebook page and you'll be able to, go directly to my YouTube channel and you can subscribe. Please go and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm really trying to build it to at least 1,000 followers. I will soon be doing like some giveaways and some, other activities for you guys to, engage in the YouTube channel and building the YouTube channel. So, yeah. So pretty much again, thank you gentlemen for having me. I learned a lot from you guys tonight in regards to, what business looks like in Liberia and, the other parts of business and stuff like that. Again, I'm like not like, business guru because I'm more focused on, like the investment side of things. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, thank you so much. I just want to tell you, say you're welcome on the platform at any time. We really appreciate you having you on board, and like you really like the feedback that you gave us. It really helped us to answer to for that content that we're trying to build, But like we continue to say, those people that are watching, sis Catherine here, she doing some extraordinary job. Not anything. Most of the stuff here tonight, I just didn't have time to underscore a lot of stuff that she's doing, but it's really, really inspiring other people. And so, too, like she said, she has a lot of content online. You can go ahead and please reach out to her, and let's help each other because at the end of the day, and so, too, whatever we do, we're going to come back home someday, and so, too. And those people, maybe like those people are inspiring actors, film producer, director, whatever. Hey, you guys hit her up, man. She said she needed help, you know. So
Absolutely.
please reach out to her. Also, to us, to we're here for everybody, not just Liberian alone, but everybody. All right, come and share with her on her platform. All right. So
Yes.
thank you so much.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
Take time for your schedule, and I know your family calling you. We don't want to hold you up anymore.
It's okay.
Appreciate you so much.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen. Have a good night.
All right. All right. Thank you. Bye.
Okay.
All right. Well,
So that was good, man. That was good. That was good.
one.